what has Dak proven to you so far? And this guy.
He's done what he should do against two bad teams. Nothing more, nothing less. But, Skip, I will say this. He's shown in these two games, he's throwing the ball with more conviction, more consistent accuracy. He did miss a throw to Gallup up the rail that he had him open for a touchdown when.
You know what? I thought that was a decent throw. I thought he didn't adjust to it very well. It was highly catchable. I also thought he got lost in the sun.
Well, it's kind of hard to adjust when you're running full speed. Yeah. You expect the quarterback who's standing with a clean pocket and a nice platform.
He expected him to look this way, and he looked that way.
Okay, whatever, Skip. Normally, when you're running a go route, the side that you're on, you look to that shoulder. If I'm on the right side, I'll look to the left.
Was
if
it
I'm on
underthrown?
the left side,
no. Was it overthrown? No.
Skip, it was just, hello, Skip.
Sorry.
It's my turn.
I know, but you just got preempted.
I see. Look, the Cowboys cannot control who's on their schedule. Two bad teams out the gate, two division games out of the gate. Giants, Washington. They're bad football teams. We know that. Quarterbacks doesn't play very well. Offense is very inefficient the majority of the time, and defenses aren't very good. With the occasion here and there, Washington did a few good things on defense. Kerrigan flashed a little bit, but for the most part, they're not a very good defensive team. I thought he's going through his progressions. He's spreading the ball around. He's not in love with Amari. He's not in love with Gallup. If Gallup's open, he'll throw it to him. If Amari's open, he'll throw it to him. Devin Smith stayed injured at the Giants. I think he tore his ACL.
Jets.
Yep. Back years, Skip, and they ended up moving on.
He had 2 complete ACL ruptures, and God bless him, I'm knocking on wood for him, he's back.
But he was a second-round draft pick, Skip, and he could run. There's not an Ohio State receiver that can't run.
They're a track team.
With the exception of maybe Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas is not the burner that most of those guys that come out of that program are at the receiver position. Michael Thomas and Chris Carter, no sorry, CC, but everybody know you wasn't running that fast. But when I look at Dak, Skip, he's going through his progressions. I will concede that. He looks more confident. He looks like, okay, I got this. It's like 1, 2, 3, bam. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bam. And he's not holding on to the ball. They give Kellen Moore a lot of credit. He's playing to what Dak does really well. It's not his offense. It's an offense that's catered to what Dak does really well. Dak's doing a good job of getting the ball out of his hand. They're doing a great job of protecting him. And old Zeke Elliott showed his head yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah, old Zeke.
Oh, I didn't see that much.
You didn't see it?
Till the last play of the game.
You know how you didn't see that? That man had all these yards running.
Really? Did he have 100? Then he got 27 on the clock killer at the end.
You know what, Skip Bayless? Why you won't give Dak, Zeke
I
any
give him credit when he deserves it.
Hold on, let me see what old Zeke Elliott.
23
for 111.
Yeah, but 27 came on the last carry just to kill the clock. Well, it did.
He killed the clock. Okay. That was the job. You want to kill the clock, he killed the clock.
31-21, kill that clock. Way to go.
So, give him credit. He's played extremely well the first 2 weeks of the season. Really not a whole lot I can hate on right now, Skip, other than the fact I think I can make the Giants and Washington's roster.
You think
at 51,
so?
Yeah.
Well, you probably think you can make the Cowboys roster in place of good old number 82.
Yeah.
That shaved head of his.
You really think?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, Jenny, can you help me understand? If I saw Fabio on a Monday at noon, and then I see him again that night at 6, he got a hair full of hair at noon, and now he's bald.
It's a little confusing.
I mean, you saw that last year. Locks, just golden locks.
He's gonna look younger.
Now he look like Kojak.
I don't care what he looks like. I'm just glad he's back. Oh, welcome back, Witten. He's back on my side. He's in my huddle. He's on my sideline. He's in my locker room, and he's in my end zone because he caught a touchdown pass yesterday. You cannot take that away from him.
I can't take that away from him, Skip.
Okay, it is now my turn. Once again, Dak Prescott proved yesterday that he is the most valuable Dallas Cowboy, even more valuable than Ezekiel Elliott, who I continue to tell you is the best running back in football. But now we have seen the quarterback dominate the first 2 games, and albeit against teams that are lower ranked in the power rankings, but they are division rivals, and they usually play way over their helmets against this team because they hate this team, and especially the Redskins and Washington hate this team, and they did go ahead 7-0, just as the Giants went ahead 7-0, then my quarterback happened. And my quarterback happened yesterday after he threw his first interception in 169 attempts against the Washington Redskins. And he had to duck up under the rush. It was early in the game, and it was a nice escape, and he was throwing on the run, and he threw it a little behind Randall Cobb, but Randall Cobb got both hands on that ball. I think you should catch that ball. That's just me. You should catch it, but it glanced off his hands into an interception, which is not the worst variety of interceptions. It's not like he didn't see the defender and threw it right to him. It was a slightly catchable pass. I'm going to call it barely catchable, where Shannon Sharpe catches that ball. If you get two hands on it, you snag it.
That's a hard question.
Okay.
If he's running so fast,
I got it.
And got to open his hips.
Dak ripped it, man.
Yeah.
He had a lot of mustard on it. Okay, I get that. But here's the point. I'm going to say it one more time, and people think broken record over here, but he's starting to break records as my quarterback. He just keeps doing the same thing he did over the last 10 games last year after he got Amari Cooper. And what he did was he led the NFL in completions over those 10 games. He was third in the NFL over those 10 games in what's called air distance. How far did the passes travel in the air? So he was not dinking and dacking after he got Amari Cooper. And he's really just doing all the same things that he did since his rookie year, which is make key plays to win games. He's now 34-16 as the starter of this team. That's pretty great.
Yeah, that's very good.
And against the arch rival Redskins, he's now 6-1. That's really great.
Trust me. Bad.
Huh?
Washington is
well,
bad.
You still got to go beat them. And he should have beaten them last year, except for the bogus call on the
there was no bogus call.
Jiggles ball before the long snapper.
Well, he did give up 6 points.
Okay,
on his
so
own
I want you to try to digest these two numbers. Since Dak Prescott came into the league, he has 10 QBRs of 90 plus. That scale of 0 to 100. So 10 times he's gone 90 plus. Over those 4 years, it's 3 plus a little bit of this year. Since he came into the league, the next on the list is Tom Brady with 7. So he has 10. Tom Brady is at 7, tied with a couple other quarterbacks. Yeah. But it's Dak at 10, Tom Brady at 7. Since Dak came into the league, he now has 9 touchdown passes of 50-plus yards. Only above him are Tom Brady with 11 and Phillip Rivers with 11. So you have to start acknowledging something good is happening here. Maybe something great is happening here. But I'm going to say this one more time. I remain outraged. He did not make a single list of top 100 NFL players that we saw through the offseason. Not one list. Dak Prescott, with those numbers I just gave you, the one-loss record, the QBRs of 90-plus, the 9 50-plus yard touchdown passes, did not make the top 100. It's why I'm banging this desk about how he is how do I say this? He's the most underrated, most underappreciated, most underrespected, and most over-criticized quarterback in the league right now, and maybe ever going into his 4th year. Maybe ever. And you say I'm exaggerating that. Huh?
He deserves it.
Well, does he? See, he's the most over-criticized from you. I keep saying, watch this, look what he did here, look what he did here.
Well, Skip, we get an opportunity to see. I mean, it's 3 games.
Okay.
Now, guess what? Now he gets Miami coming in, and they're 20.5-point favorites. Now, just last week, the Patriots were 18.5. It went to 19. The game opened up at 20.5 for the Cowboys. And now after that, they're going to get the Saints without Drew Brees.
Okay.
They keep catching breaks. But your day coming, your day of reckoning coming.
All right.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.